Hello, my friends. Welcome to our new podcast episode. We have a simple question for you. Do you think friendship changes over time? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's dive into the video. At the end of the video, we will explain the new words, so don't skip that part.
Hey Victoria, welcome to our new podcast episode.
Yes. Welcome to all of our audience. So, what's the topic?
Well, today's podcast topic is friendship.
Oh, that sounds great. I hope our viewers are going to love the conversation and learn a lot of things.
So, today we'll explore several important aspects of friendship, including how it changes over time, why friendship is vital in our lives, and tips on finding a perfect friend.
Wow, I'm pretty much excited about this. So, my first question would be why friendship is important.
Well, friendships are important in many ways. Friends can help you celebrate good times and provide support during bad times.
That's right. Friends prevent isolation and loneliness and give you a chance to offer needed companionship too.
Good friends are good for your health. Sometimes we have to go through a bad time. People who receive support from friends or family after a personal loss are better able to cope with their grief.
Not only that friends give you self-confidence, we may doubt our decisions and abilities. Good friends stand by you and help you believe in yourself.
Spending time with friends is fun. It may also produce long-term physical and emotional health benefits. So keep your friends and make new ones. You can never have too many.
Hey Diana, please join us and say something.
Thanks, Victoria. We first have to know what friendship is.
Friendships are bonds between two or more people who want to engage with one another.
Friendship is a powerful and essential part of the human experience. The friends we make and keep throughout our lives have the power to shape who we are, support us through challenging times, and inspire us to be better individuals.
Well said, Diana. The most significant power of friendship is providing a sense of belonging and connection. When we engage in meaningful friendships, we develop a sense of community, feeling part of something bigger than ourselves.
Right, and this connection allows us to share our joys, sorrows, successes and failures with people who care about us, making us feel seen, heard and understood.
In times of trouble, we often turn to each other for guidance, sympathy and support. Having someone to lean on can help all of us cope with stress and anxiety and give us the strength to carry on through tough times.
What is true friendship? Let's talk about that.
True friendship is a deep and meaningful bond between people based on mutual trust, respect, and support. It goes beyond surface-level interactions and is built on genuine care, honesty, and understanding.
I totally agree with you. In true friendship, both people can be their authentic selves without fear of judgment, and they share both good times and bad. It involves loyalty, being there for each other during difficult moments, and celebrating each other's successes.
True friends listen, offer advice when needed, and help each other grow. It's a relationship that stands the test of time and challenges, rooted in love and compassion.
In the past, I had some friends who used to say I was their best friend. But when I needed support or help, they were never there.
I can feel your pain, Michael. It's really disappointing when people who claim to be your closest friends don't stand by you when you need them most. Some friends pretend to be there for us, but when it comes down to actually being supportive, whether emotionally or practically, they just disappear. It can make you feel like all those years of friendship were based on nothing but words, not actions.
Hey Victoria, now let's talk about something different. How was your friendship with your friends back in school?
Oh no, school friendships were the best friendships of my life.
Really? Please share and tell us why.
When I was in school, I used to play all kinds of games, which helped me make friends from different classes. We would spend hours together, not just playing but sharing our stories, laughs, and even little secrets. There was this sense of innocence, and none of us were thinking about competition, status, or judgment. We were just kids enjoying the moment. It wasn't about what you had or who you were. We just wanted to have fun.
So, did you have no best friend in your school?
Yes, I actually did have a best friend. Her name was Sarah, and we were inseparable back then. I used to sit with her every day in the classroom, and we would share everything, from our snacks to our secrets. She was the type of friend who genuinely cared about me. Whenever I was upset or going through something, she would be the first one to notice and always knew how to cheer me up.
Then why has your friendship changed now?
There are a few reasons. She got into a relationship with a guy who wasn't a good person. I warned her and even asked her not to continue with him, but she didn't listen. Over time, her priorities changed, and we started drifting apart. She spent most of her time with him, and I felt like I wasn't a part of her life anymore. It hurt me, but there wasn't much I could do. Eventually, we just stopped talking as much, and things were never the same.
It's so sad. Without friends, how can you be happy in your life?
I used to think happiness depended on having friends, but I've learned it comes from within. While friends are important, I've found peace in enjoying my own company and doing things I love.
Great. How can I test if my friend is truly my real friend?
It's not always easy to test a friendship, but there are a few signs to look for. A real friend is someone who supports you, not just in good times, but especially when things are tough. They're the ones who show up when you need them, even if it's inconvenient.
Genuine friends are honest with you, even when it's hard, but they never try to hurt you on purpose. They respect your boundaries and trust, and they're happy for your successes without feeling jealous. You don't need to test them with games or challenges. Just pay attention to how they treat you over time. The strongest friendships grow naturally through shared experiences, trust, and mutual respect. If someone stands by you through thick and thin, that's your real friend.
It's time to learn new words. I always say, never stop learning. The more words you know, the easier it is to express yourself. Whether you're chatting with friends, writing, or speaking in public, having a strong vocabulary helps you say exactly what you mean. So, let's learn some new words today. Each word you learn makes you a better communicator. Keep up the good work and let's get started.
So the first word is inconvenient.
Inconvenient means something that causes difficulty, discomfort, or is not suitable. Example, the store closes early, which is inconvenient for people who work late.
Nice. Can you tell us one more example?
Sure, the bus arrives very early in the morning, which is inconvenient for people who like to sleep in.
Well, the second word is inseparable.
Inseparable means two or more people or things that are always together and cannot be separated. Example 1. Sarah and her best friend are inseparable. They do everything together. Example number 2. My phone and I are inseparable. I take it everywhere I go.
The next word is grief. We have seen in the conversation. Here, people who receive support from friends or family after a personal loss are better able to cope with their grief. So does it mean?
Well, grief means deep sadness, especially when someone close to you has died or something very sad has happened. Example, she felt intense grief after losing her grandmother.
Let's go over your essay. Did you manage to write the draft?
I did. It took me a while, though.
What part gave you the most trouble?
The introduction. I didn't know how to start.
That's common. How did you begin it?
I started with a question, but it feels awkward.
What question did you write?
Have you ever felt lost in a crowd?
It's engaging, but does it connect to your topic?
Kind of. My topic is about finding individuality.
That's a good angle. Did you tie the question to your thesis?
Not really. I think that's the problem.
You need a smoother transition. Did you include background information?
Only a little. Should I add more?
Definitely. Context helps the reader follow your argument.
What kind of context should I include?
Start with why individuality matters, then lead into your thesis.
That makes sense. Should I rewrite the whole introduction?
Not necessarily. Adjust what you have and see how it flows.
Okay, I'll try to fix that. What about my conclusion?
We'll get to that next. Let's perfect your opening first.
All right, so after fixing the introduction, I should add more context and connect it better to the thesis.
Exactly. Think of your introduction as a bridge. It should lead readers smoothly into your main point.
Got it. What about the body paragraphs? I'm not sure if they're organized well.
Let's check. How many paragraphs do you have?
3. Each one focuses on a different way people express individuality.
That sounds good. What's the structure like in each paragraph?
I start with a topic sentence, give an example, and then explain it.
That's a solid structure. Are your examples clear and specific?
I think so. For one paragraph, I wrote about personal style, like clothing choices.
That's a relatable example. Did you explain why it matters?
I mentioned how it reflects personality, but maybe I didn't go deep enough.
Try to connect it to your main argument. Why does expressing individuality through style matter in society?
Oh, I see. I should talk about how it shows self-confidence and creativity.
Exactly. Make that connection explicit. What's your second example?
Social media. I explained how people use it to share their opinions and interests.
That's relevant. Did you address both the positives and negatives?
Not really. I mostly focused on the positives. Should I include the negatives?
It depends. If your essay is about celebrating individuality, you can focus on the positives but briefly acknowledge challenges.
Like how some people might feel pressure to conform online.
Yes, mention it briefly, then shift back to how individuality shines through.
Okay, that makes sense. My last example is about hobbies and talents.
Great. Did you give specific examples there too?
I mentioned things like painting and playing an instrument, but it feels a bit generic.
Try adding real-world examples or statistics. Maybe mention how pursuing hobbies can build confidence or connect people.
Oh, that's a good idea. Should I include a quote or something?
Absolutely. A strong quote can make your point more compelling. Just make sure it's relevant.
All right. What about transitions between paragraphs?
Are they connected to your thesis and flow logically?
Kind of, but they feel a bit abrupt.
Use linking phrases like another way individuality is expressed at a dot or building on this idea to guide the reader.
That'll definitely help. Now about the conclusion, should I just summarize everything?
Not just summarize, reinforce your thesis and leave the reader with a strong final thought.
Like a call to action?
If it fits your essay, yes, or you could end with a thought-provoking statement about individuality.
Okay, I'll try that. Should I reread the whole thing once I'm done?
Always check for clarity, grammar, and flow. Reading it out loud can help too.
Thanks, this is starting to feel more manageable now.
You're doing great. Just take it step by step, and it'll come together.